Hello and welcome to this quick pick card reading today. If you're new to my channel, happy to have you here. Welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. My name is Jody. I'm an intuitive mentor and channel, which means it's my job to listen to spirit and to provide the divine messages that are coming through for you. You can find out all about me and my services anytime at thespiritexperience.com. Today, we are doing what I think is gonna be sort of an offshoot of the quick pick readings. I'm just clearing here the charm bowl and the deck we're gonna choose with. Set that aside. This is stop, start, continue. So quick picks in general are three columns, three quick columns that we're looking at different things depending on the reading. And I woke up to this new idea, insight, what have you. I'm sure it's spirit telling me to do this offshoot. Today we're doing your mind. So this is all about your mind, what you're thinking, etc. What you want to stop, what you should start perhaps if you're not already doing it, and what you should continue. So I'm excited for this kind of new line out for the quick picks. We are going to choose together 4 piles from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. This is a mini. Quick reminder that this is a collective reading. It's a general reading. It's not an individual reading. So please pay close attention during your reading that you choose. Yes, I will grab that. And keep the divine nuggets that are resonating with you and then just leave the rest. Also, I wanted to make a quick disclaimer here. There will be possible expletives, thank you, Spirit. My tongue got a little tied there. Expletives during this reading. So if that is not something that you're into, or you have children around, or anyone you would not want to hear, I got a new deck that I'm loving, and it may have expletives. So you've been officially warned if you're not into that. No, they said, oh, take the top. Thank you. If you're not into that, this may not be your reading. All right. I don't know why I'm trying to set these up so straight. We're going to turn them over. All right, for pile 1, group 1. Ooh, the Vulture energy. Vulture. Okay. Group number 2, pile 2, the Starfish. So you're just trusting your intuition to guide you to the right reading for you. Like shaking. And what your mind needs to know right now, what it wants to, again, stop, start, continue. Pile 3, group 3, the Elk energy. And pile 4, group 4, card 4, ooh, the Hyena. Very interesting already. So just take a moment, ask your intuition, trust yourself. And if you're drawn to more than one pile, that's all right too. No harm in listening to multiple readings, of course. I'm just gonna set these here. And then when you've made your selection, you can head down to the timestamps to jump right ahead to your reading. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your quick pick reading. Today, we're looking at your mind and your thoughts and your thinking and your mental state. And we're doing stop, start, continue for our columns today. If you're listening to this, you chose the first card in the top left corner with the Vulture. Very interesting that all 4 cards were different elements. So you've chosen the air element with the Vulture, and I am going to read this because these descriptions in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck are not super long, and I want you to have an understanding of where it is that you're being guided, or the type of quality of energy that's happening as it concerns your mind right now. So Vulture, guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued what you thought was a mistake or a tragedy is a blessing in disguise. Okay, this actually gives us some great information right up front if you've chosen the Vulture, right? So this is about cleaning, clearing, purifying, balancing your mind. That is the goal here for you, group number 1. Very interesting to see what we're going to have in these positions for you to give you a little more direction. But it's important to remember that your kind of mind needs to be cleaned up, cleared up. Yeah, and the airiness about it, the air is a communication. It is connected directly to the mind. So if you chose this card, you know, it kind of goes with the intention for the pull. So stop, both of these, thank you. Top here, stop, start, continue. All right, let's take a look and we'll couple them with some tarot cards in just a minute. What are we looking at stopping? Ooh, look at that. This is the Stormfields card, okay, and I'll show it to you up right there. You can see there's a big tornado just pummeling is the word they want me to use, pummeling this house and this land. Because you are getting it reversed, this asks you to go within. This is the 9, which in the major arcana is the Hermit card, which asks you to go within for inner guidance, take a break, find some solitude. And in reverse position, this is telling you that you need to stop paying attention or getting involved in drama. Now, as it concerns your mind, that's what the Vulture is helping you to do, is clear it out. Stop worrying about the things, especially if they're attached to like other people who create a lot of drama perhaps in your life. Stressful situations where, yeah, it's like you're giving mental energy to that. What Spirit is telling you here is that your mind needs to be cleared out and it needs a break. It needs to kind of protect itself from any kind of storm that's coming in. So what you're going to want to do is stop getting involved in any kind of overreacting, overthinking, over-dramatizing, and to be very aware of the energy around you that is causing your mind to get to that place, especially if it's coming from other people, group 1. Let's see what this is. Yes, the 3 of Wands here for you, and it's showing up upright. And what a beautiful, look at how peaceful it looks in this vision for the future. The 3 of Wands is about expansion. It's about being able to see the future, to grow, okay? And so what they're telling you here is in order for you to, let me just move that up so you can see. In order for you to be able to see into the future, you've got to stop involving your mind in drama, overthinking. Yeah, they just said over-dramatizing. So maybe you find yourself sometimes when you're, thank you, especially connected to the future here is what they just said. Hence the 3 of Wands energy. Especially as you're envisioning your future, if you're noticing all of the worrisome pieces and parts, you don't even know the future yet. Nobody does, right? And so assuming things in your mind, especially if they are dramatic or negative, is really going to create catastrophe, is how they're saying it. So it's like catastrophizing in your mind about the future specifically for you, group number 1. It's going to be important to notice how it is you are thinking about your future. Are you causing unneeded drama, or are you starting to allow yourself to return within into the inner guidance that is going to allow you to clear out some of that, to communicate? Because again, air is connected to spirit. It's a communication from above. It's a communication in your mind. It's connected to your throat chakra, the element of air. And so an innovation, right? New ideas coming in. And this is this kind of chaos energy. This is the card of chaos. It's also the card of this too shall pass, that nothing ever stays the same, that the storm comes through and seeds things differently in order for it to flourish in a better way. So it's going to be very important for you, group number 1, to just, especially as it concerns thinking about the future, envisioning the future, for you to stop catastrophizing. Notice when you are assuming is how they want me to say, because you don't know the future. What if it's amazing? We'll see what's under your start position, because that may give us some idea about what to do instead, right? Like if you find yourself in the chaos of your mind, or in the overthinking, or in the stressors of your mind, or someone else comes in. And for instance, say you have a great idea for the future. Thank you. Say you have a great idea for the future, and you tell somebody about it. And they're like, oh, please, you know what it's going to take to do that? You could never do that. How do you expect to do that? That's the unneeded drama that's being brought into your own energy and being contemplated then by your mind in a negative way that affects your future vision. So you've got to be able to start recognizing that and stop catastrophizing or thinking of only worst case scenarios and the bad things, especially about the future. Let's see what you need to start doing. Ooh, of course, the compass card. This is number 55, which is the Hierophant energy. The compass card is always about reconnection. I use this deck a lot, and whenever I get this card, I always take it as a sign that your spirit team is saying, hey, we need you to get into the right connection with us. We need you to have a daily practice with us. We need you to communicate with us or connect. Because the compass card says, if you always keep your compass pointed north, due north, which means connected to spirit, right? And your intuition and that divine knowing, which the Hierophant card is about spiritual wisdom, taking that knowing and bringing it into whatever your life is. It can also be commitment energy or conforming energy. But here it's about connection and making a commitment to connection. So you've got to start allowing your mind to understand that you are connected to spirit. And whenever you have this compass pointed north, right, connected, you're always headed in the right direction. Less of a need to catastrophize here, and you're cleaning up the mental debris, is how they said it. So this is a call for a connection practice, a spiritual practice, a connection practice that allows you to connect or to begin to co-create and really feel your divine connection with your spirit team. It's a call from your spirit team. They're saying, hey, we need you to connect with us, because the reverse of this card is essentially this, or being too much in your ego and just listening to your mind all the time, and not checking in. So you've got to start checking in on a regular. Your mind needs to start understanding that it's not just the only thing running the show. The Lover's card in the reverse position for you to couple this. Interesting. Sometimes, well, this is the card of choice. It's the card of union. It's the card of harmony in union. It's also the truth or the trusting card, the card that allows you to make the choices that are, well, in this case, choices that are connected to your, yes, your divinity, connected to your knowing. Because you're getting it in the reverse position here. Ooh, okay. So for some of you, they just said, for some of you, it'll be stop letting other people make your choices or run the show, right? To stop doing that, to start taking responsibility for making your own choices, for making your own heart-centered, harmonious choices, loving yourself first and coming out of disharmony by creating this connection. So your mind may be stuck in choice energy, because either you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your connection. So they want you to start trusting your connection and then start making choices that come from a place of self-love, inner love, trusting yourself, right? And not having to heavily rely on other people to do that. And it's fine, of course, to, ask for somebody's opinion. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But recognizing that you don't need that to make your choice, that you can start relying on your own inner wisdom, your own inner divine communication is important. And that's why they want you to start the practice to help your mental mind thinking processes understand that, you're not the only one running the show. I can have a connection and then make beautiful choices based on that. I will check in with you, my beautiful mind. I will check in with you, but I'm also going to be very connected to my practice, to my spirit team, to my intuition, to my heart, so that I can be led in a balanced way, so that I'm not listening to this negative stuff anymore. And instead, the practice, starting that kind of a practice, is really going to help you make wonderful decisions for yourself, group number one. So whatever that looks like for you, there's no right or wrong way to do a practice. You do not need to sit in a lotus position and meditate. It's just about acknowledgement of the team daily. So, hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for guiding me. I know you're there. I appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate your guidance. I appreciate your insight, leading me, direction, etc. I'm open to receive. Something as simple as that is the basics of what your spirit team is calling for with this card. And the intention is to help you start making choices for your highest good from your heart center, from your connection, not just from your mind. Now let's see what you should continue doing. Group number one. Ooh, I love this for you. The Wizard of Awareness, number 3. This is the Empress energy. The Wizard of Awareness card, I love this card. It's such a good opening, expansive type of energy when you get this kind of card. The spirals may be an indicator, they said. They're talking about that. The spirals here in the background may be an indicator. So if you see that spirit, if you see a spiral somewhere, that's a message. When they say an indicator, it's like, if you see that, it's spirit tapping you on the shoulder, tapping you on the shoulder going, hey, did you notice this? Because the Wizard of Awareness is all about opening up your stream of, opening up your channel, basically, opening up to observe. It's an observation card. So it sounds like group one, you've already been doing that. You may be clearing stuff out. If you pick the Vulture, you're clearing stuff out already. And you're more open and aware to what spirit is sending you. So this practice is really gonna calm your mind and open up that channel even further for you. So keep doing this. I call this the journalist card because it always feels to me like that's what journalists are meant to do, or they're supposed to be doing, which is you walk around with like a pad and a pen or a pad and a pencil, always in your pocket, and you're taking notes about what you are observing. So it's observation without judgment is this card. So if you've been trying to do that or starting to do that, or have been feeling called to do that, this is your spirit team telling you, we're going to be sending you stuff. We need you to be aware. So it's start the practice, right? And then release this. And I think the practice will help you release some of this kind of chaotic mental chatter stuff. And then make sure that you're continuing to walk around your life taking notes. And you don't need to figure it all out. When you get this kind of a card, it's like you do not need to have all the answers. You're meant to make the observations and then see what continues to come there on the back end of that. Ooh, 6 of Wands. Yes, love this card coupled with this. Wow. So yeah. The 6 of Wands is a card of success. It's a card of being able to progress forward. It's a card of being acknowledged, being in the spotlight. You can see there's a wreath here, which is beautiful. That's like, again, success energy, like a victory wreath energy. And so obviously, group number one, I feel as though you may have already had some success in this. And you may be wondering, like, my mind keeps getting in the way, right? And here's why, because we've got chaos going on as it concerns the future vision. Maybe you're observing things and then trying to figure it all out. What does it all mean? What does it all mean? And they're telling you there's no need to do that with this Wizard of Awareness card. It's about observing without judgment. So you don't actually need to make a judgment. Your mind's going to want to make a judgment, but you're looking to stay in your connection because you'll enter into a knowing energy, and that will help you make the choice. The 6 of Wands is wonderful. It makes me feel like you've gotten to this space where you are really doing a great job observing, and your mind is starting to recognize that. And notice, right? It's like the spotlight is no longer fully and solely on your mind, or at least you have set that intention and Spirit has recognized it. They can see that you've started noticing the signs, and they're giving you a very blatant one here with this spiral energy that you can look out for, that your eyes, your physical eyes can look out for. But now you want to open up that channel with all your senses to be in observer's mode here. And you will be successful in doing that, is what this says. It also, thank you, for some of you, this may be the observations and the guidance that you're going to be receiving may be leading you to success, right? They may be leading you to think about things differently, because we are talking about your mind here. And that can change everything. That can put you right in the spotlight. That can help you be acknowledged. That can help you move again to a success point if you're looking to reach one, which aren't we all? So I love this energy. It's very clear for you. You're picking the air card, so it really is all about your mental state. It's like you will be able to follow the signs that Spirit is leaving for you, that is guiding you along. And it seems as though it's going to, not only will you be successful in doing that if you allow, especially if you start this kind of a practice, it will lead you right to success. They just said over and over again. Love that. All right, I'm going to pull a charm to see what they have to give us through the charm bowl here. Okay, so we're making room for play. You've got the dolphin charm, group 1. Fun. Dolphins are playful. They're also very communicative, right? It's like I think their languages, obviously don't quote me on this, but I think like their language is more intricate than ours. I think I heard that somewhere. Don't quote me. But the point is they're communicative through the water. So you've got air and you've got water and a communication energy. This is playful. It's fun. So thank you. Don't forget to have some fun as you're listening to Spirit and you're observing. In fact, you can really open up your intuition, right? And your communication skills as far as energetically, that channel that they're talking about opening up. You can really open that up when you start playing games, when you start having fun with Spirit, because your intuition is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this heavy thing. That's the job of your mind. That's the chaos of your mind. So they're telling you, have some fun with it. Play some intuitive games. Wonder and observe and stay connected to Spirit. And you're going to be successful in doing that. So this tells you they want you to keep it a bit light. Now, I got this new deck, which I love, and they're like, you need to open it. I wasn't going to use it. It's called Inner Fucking Peace. And I wasn't going to use it, but they're like, you need to use it for this one. So I'm going to close my eyes because this has a little bit of writing and guidance sort of and on both sides. So this will be the final card to close out this spread for you. Did it pop? You want the top. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have, it's not all about you. Good grief. Don't take things so personally. That's nice. That's a nod from your Spirit team, right? And you've got this dolphin charm kind of coupling this. This is a nod from your Spirit team, group number 1, to allow this stress and the judgment of others. Like, sometimes it's not about you. And if that's what you're assuming, or that's what your mind is trying to make you assume, okay, or tell you to assume, untrue. Your Spirit team's coming and giving you, getting you off the hook, right? They're telling you, nope, not true. Good grief, right? That's your Spirit team. Good grief. Don't take things so personally. So it may not always be directed toward you, and it's infiltrating your energy in a negative way. So you can release that need to, protect your energy if you're sensitive, okay? But this is a direct message for you, group 1, that it's not always about you. It's not all about you. It's like the sun doesn't rise and set with you. You are one of a large, large whole and a beautiful being at that. But there are many, many, many of us, like we're all one. Look at this. It even looks like your mind is kind of getting infiltrated by either things people are saying about you or other people's energy. So yes, protect yourself, but stay connected and don't take things so personally. Have some fun. Keep it light. Well, I love this energy for you, group number 1. This was your reading. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, or you can leave me a comment down below. If you know someone else that would find it helpful, you can share it with them so that they can receive the messages that they need for their mind. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that the next time I post a pick a card reading, you'll be notified. Really excited for you, group number 1. Time to clean and clear that mind up. Yeah, not catastrophizing about the future. You're letting that go. You're starting a practice to make beautiful, aligned choices, and you're continuing to notice the signs with awareness. You're not nitpicking, right? You're not actively like trying to find all the signs. You're walking through your life with this open awareness that allows spirit to show you and allows you to observe it without judgment. This is going to lead you to massive amounts of success while you're having some fun and not taking things so personally. I hope that this reading served you. Thank you so much, group number 1. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your quick pick reading. We are going to be taking a look at your mind, your thoughts, etc., what you need to stop, start, and continue. And if you're listening to this, you chose the second pile, top right, with the Starfish card. And I am going to read the description for you because it is nice and concise from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck so that we can get a good idea of what kind of energy your mind is residing in. Now, inadvertently, I didn't realize until I took a good look at the pulls, the initial card picks, all were in different elements. So you've chosen the water element with the Starfish. And it says, beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Okay, so beautiful, shiny starfish, group number 2, that is your energy. And there is an egoic vibe, right, that we're gonna be looking at with your mind as a result of the starfish energy here. You know, there's always a high expression and a low expression. So the starfish is trying to help you out, trying to teach you to be able to sit in your divinity, I feel. That's how they're saying it. Sit in your divinity without getting that ego involved. They said best thing since sliced bread, which is funny. Okay. So your ego kind of might be involved here, like superficial or shallow were those cards here. And I'm not saying that's who you are, group number 2, but we're going to look into it to see what Spirit has to say about that to help your mind or your ego kind of quiet down. Here's 1. What you're meant to stop doing. 2, thank you. Start doing. And we're looking for the continue card. Ooh. They yelled, top. Okay. Let's take a look at what you're meant to stop doing or what you're looking to assess or look at with your mental mind state here. Ooh, education card. Interesting. This is a learning card. Oh, okay. Thank you. They just went, they're being influenced. That's interesting. Okay. This is the 35-8, which is the strength card. This can also be, well, it's third chakra energy, and it's like being, well, like influenced is the right word. Spirit gave the right word there. Or like someone's, it feels a bit like manipulation, but it's not on the surface. It feels like someone's persuading you to do something and you kind of don't even maybe realize that that's what's happening, and your mind doesn't realize it. And so this is a very interesting pull. Wow, okay. It's like it just said, put the book down. Okay, so this can be anything from, so you're gonna wanna look at what it is that you're consuming. Yes, consuming. That's what the word they want me to use. Consuming or absorbing, what your mind is absorbing on a regular basis. And take a look at what is influencing your mind, or in this case, your ego. They want you to stop being influenced by external sources so much, or at least to become aware of it, because it's affecting your mind and it's affecting your divinity. Yeah, it's like affecting your light is how they want me to say it. That inner spark it's getting dulled because your mind is telling you have to maybe be something that you're not, or do it this way, or like be like somebody else in order to be successful, right? So what you want to stop doing, or at least start being aware of, is what is influencing my mind here to believe a certain kind of way, especially about myself and how I'm showing up in the world. Like, what's right for you is very different than what's right for somebody else. You want it? Okay, top card. And that's going to be important for you to remember and realize, right? They want you to stop allowing yourself to be influenced, allowing your mind to be influenced by other people's way of doing things, even if they've been successful. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Showing up reverse here. So this may be around like a new job, a new way to make money, a new investment. Maybe you started a business. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It feels like there's immediately when I turned it, it felt like this is blocking your mind, or it's a block in your mind, meaning whatever the influence is actually blocking this new path, this new opportunity. It's creating a resistance energy. Yeah. They're saying it's blocking the reception of it. So maybe you're looking for a new job, or wanting to start a business, or wanting to make an investment, or they're talking about somebody going like, well, I can't do this because I watched so-and-so or I read this, and they say that I have to have this, this, and this in order before I can start this. So you see how that influence can be stopping or blocking something new that's coming in. Or I can't invest in this because I need this first, and blah, 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 blah. So, oh, they're talking about some of you want to bring something into your home, something new into your home. Maybe you want to buy a new home, but it feels like bring something new into your home. Like maybe buy something for your home or something like that. And again, there is a block for some reason in your mind because of what you think you should be thinking or doing, like first. So it's changing this beautiful divine starfish energy that resides within you. You are a beautiful starfish, group number 2. And I feel as though you may be easily influenced perhaps by external people. And what Spirit is telling you is you've got to put that stuff down, spend some time away from it, reconnect with yourself. I'm interested to see what's going to be in the start position, because there's a new path available. There's something new happening, maybe a new way of doing things altogether, and it's being blocked by this kind of, well, so-and-so said, or this person's an expert in this, and so I should only listen to them and not have an original thought, or not be myself. You've got to access your own inner wisdom and your own mind, and what your mind has to actually say about it, and what your spirit and your intuition and your heart has to actually say about it, in order to be able to make the best decisions, to be on the best path for you. If you have experienced losses here, like if you've made an investment or you've tried something and it hasn't turned out well, they're asking you to stop focusing on it. okay, here. Because sometimes this card can be like, oof, I should have done that, but I just was too afraid, or I thought I needed this first, or I didn't have the confidence. And they're asking you to stop thinking about it. Leave it in the past, okay? Let's see what you have into the start position. Ooh, the commitment card, okay. And it will be on the back of some kind of inner guidance here, because this is a 36-9, the commitment card. I love this card. You see the key here. It's like you have the key. So start believing not only that you have the key, but because this is a 36-9 and that is the Hermit card, it is going to come from your inner wisdom, inner guidance. The Hermit says, take some time in solitude to reconnect to yourself, right? Reflect within. To ask yourself, what do I really want to commit to? Does this feel good to me? And also because this is in the start position, they want your mind to start doing. It's like making commitments, I believe, to yourself here. It's like to love, to things that are super connected to your own divine light, not what somebody else says is good for you, but what you feel and what you know is good for you. So starting to really trust that, going within to be able to access it, and then starting to really trust that so your mind can start understanding, like, it's okay. I thought this is what I was supposed to do. I thought this is who I was. I thought this is the way to success. I thought this was the decision to make. However, after some reflection, I understand that is not the commitment that I really want to make or that I know that I need to make. And instead, your mind is able to have a different narrative or a different line about who it is you are, perhaps. They just showed me the word labels. So you're placing a different kind of label on yourself as a person because you're not carrying the labels of somebody else or what somebody else may have stuck on you, is how they're saying it. Like a name tag, yeah. Like a name tag. Someone else would have stuck on you, like a name tag. So some introspection, some reflection to get back in touch with yourself, and then start reassessing your commitments. Start thinking about them. On the back of going within. Oh, top again. Your team likes the top. Oh my goodness. Yes. You got 2 aces, so you've got some new path energy, something new beginning for sure, group 2. Available, they said. It's available. And this Ace of Cups is coming up right here, and look at how beautiful this energy is. An overflowing, beautiful cup. Some people read this as the self-love card. I feel like this is abundant energy. And thank you, it's water, right? And you're picking the Starfish. This is a chance for your beautiful light to shine, for you to feel so overwhelmingly amazing, trusting your inner guidance, trusting your intuition, and having your mind be on board with the commitments that you're actually making. And it fills your cup, right? It's the start of a new way to experience your path. Is definitely something beginning. Something new is being called for. A new beginning in your mind, a new way to think about yourself, a new way to think about your path. And it's a really wonderful, they're kind of talking about it being inspiring and just like feeling really good to do that, because you're shedding, right, these old narratives about, like, again, the labels and things that you thought you had to do or had to be to make the right commitments or to do the right thing or to get to this kind of energy. Like, oh my gosh, I can feel this new path beginning. It feels so fun. It feels so amazing. It feels like it's almost like you could cry. It's so amazing, right? Like you could cry, right? It's so amazing because you're trusting your inner light and you're not getting carried away in your ego and what other people think. You're not paying too close of attention to, let's say, necessarily your outward appearance. Not that you shouldn't respect or honor your outward appearance or any of that. It's not about that. It's just about Also, starting to make this commitment to this inner dialogue that you can trust at all times, where you don't have to go outside yourself to do that. And this allows you to make some wonderful commitments, and your mind is on board with that. This is the kind of fulfillment energy that is beautifully balanced with both your heart center and your mind. Love this energy for you. I'm excited for this new path for you, group 2. It's very clear that something new is afoot. Thank you. Like spirit wants you to know, your spirit team's trying to tell you there's a new beginning, but the way things have been going, you're just being influenced and it's not helping you. It's not who you are. They want you to be who you are and make those kind of commitments, make those kind of choices. But first you may have to start going within to reflect on who it is you actually are and what is true and what is not true by what you've been taking in or consuming. What your mind specifically, right, has been consuming. All right, let's see what's under this continue card. What should your mind continue doing? Oh, yes. Wow, this is great energy, group 2. Flying. This is the High Priestess card. It's a card of intuition. But the flying card is all about, basically, you must know or feel, group number 2, that it's safe for you to kind of leave something behind to be able to shine. And so if you've kind of been trapped by these narratives or whatever in your mind, they're telling you not only to go within, get that you have the key. You already have the key. Oh, yes. See the star and the star. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick up on that before. Get some stars happening for you with the starfish. You have the key. What they want you to continue doing is rising up. The flying card says it is safe to take flight now, right? This is your time. And so if you've been feeling that brewing, like, ooh, I feel like I'm going to shed something because, yeah, they're showing me like a ball and chain, like something holding you down, not allowing you to fly. And it's the influence, it's your mind being persuaded to think that you have to be anything other than who you are in order to be able to shine and make the best decisions for yourself that allow you the freedom, the liberation, the higher perspective of what your purpose might be or what your service might be or what you're meant to be doing. Because clearly there's a more fulfilling path available to you and it is your time to fly. So this is what they want your mind to continue to believing. You may be going back and forth and yo-yoing in your mind about whether or not you deserve it or whether or not you're making the right choices. And they want you to keep rising up to that higher perspective in your mind so that you can, you know, view your own self, your own intuition, and who you truly are, keep connecting with that, but also being able to view what's been going on from a higher perspective in order for you to be able to, I mean, this really has a success energy to it, but because it's a number 2 and it is the High Priestess, I would say that it's an intuitive understanding that it is, you're about to embark upon a new path, or you already have, that is going to help you soar to new heights. Thank you. Soar to new heights is how they are saying it. Okay, and let's see what the coupling card here. Oh, they're like, don't you dare. The King of Wands for you, group 2. Yes. It looks like he's kind of dancing down a path here. The King of Wands is a beautiful leader. He can see the big picture of things, which is not surprising they have this coupled. He's the master of the suit of fire and creativity and inspiration. So these higher perspective understandings, this bigger picture energy is going to help you lead your life. It's going to help you continue to make beautiful decisions. It's going to allow you to master your inspiration and creativity and master this new path. So they want you to allow your mind to tap into this energy where you're continuing to honor yourself, honor your creativity, honor your inspiration, honor those points of inspiration because they're meant to lead you forward on your path. They're meant to help you. They keep saying the word master. They're meant to help you master your mind and, you know, work with your mind because you can't get rid of your mind. None of us can, right? So you want to be able to work with it to the best of its ability. And you, group 2, are a beautiful, shining, divine light. But sometimes I think your mind, being influenced, can put out this beautiful high-level fire energy, which says, I'm inspired, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm doing it in the exact right time. I honor my light. I honor my light. Yes, thank you. Okay, wow, love, love. It looks like an exciting new path for sure. If you can let go of the old labels, that's gonna be the trick for you, group number 2, in your mind, because clearly you're the starfish. You're the starfish pile. All right, let's pull a charm, see what that has to give us for you, group 2. Oh boy, the alarm clock. So yeah, it is time, that's for sure. Time, time, time. The path is beginning. The path has already begun. So for some of you, this path has already begun. You may see it clear. You may have already gotten this because this is the continue energy. You may have already seen the higher perspective, already have these inspirational nudges, already seen how this path could unfold. This will help you to understand what you've got to let go of and step into in order to be in this fulfillment energy. And Spirit's just saying, yep, it's the time. It's the time for it. Yeah, the alarm has rung. Now, I'm going to choose from this Inner Fucking Peace deck is what it's called. I just got it. Didn't know if I was going to use it. They said I needed to use it for this quick pick in particular. So I'm going to shuffle blindly because there's stuff on both sides of these cards to get your cards here, to get your final message here from Spirit as it concerns your mind and this new path that you're going to be beginning. Thank you. I love this deck. Tame the shit show by finding calm in the chaos. Interesting. They just showed me somebody putting something down like that. Boom. Like you're looking at something and it's making your mind overwhelmed. Okay? So that could be a phone, right? Or a device. Could be a book or something that you're reading where you're trying to reference it and it's like, it's almost like overloading it. Tame the shit show by finding calm in the chaos. One word, meditate. Ooh, ooh. Okay, and it's coupled with the alarm clock here for you, group 2. So the meditation piece will also give you space and time to reconnect and reflect on what it is that you're envisioning for yourself because they want you to continue doing that and being inspired. And they're just telling you it's time. One word, meditate. This will provide the calm that you need to start going within and it's like a reconnection to your divine light because again, you are the starfish pile. So you shine. We all do. But it's apparent that you shine, group number 2. And there's something new beginning that they're wanting you to access. It's time for it. So this is a direct message to close out your reading from Spirit. One word, meditate. Calm the shit show. Tame the shit show by finding those calm pieces, places, moments where you can reconnect to that beautiful divine light and really allow yourself to shine. This is going to move you forward beautifully. Okay, if you found this reading helpful, group number 2, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below. If you know someone else that may find it helpful and may want to receive messages for their mind, then you can share it with them. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so the next time that I post a pick a card reading, you'll be notified. I love your energy, group number 2. Thank you for letting me read your beautiful starfish, divine light, bright self. It's time to stop worrying and listening to what others have to say here because there's a beautiful new path that only you're meant to, embark upon. It's your divine path. It's your path. And it is time for you to kind of release anything that's influencing or persuading you otherwise. That you don't have what you need to make these beautiful decisions and commitments that are going to lead to something very fulfilling and that you aren't this like high level inspiring soul that's meant to fly. So I hope that this served you. Thank you so much, group number 2. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your quick pick reading. We are going to be finding out all about your mind, what you're meant to stop, start and continue, thought processes and thinking, etc. That's what we're focusing on for this quick pick. If you're listening to this, then you chose the 3rd card in the bottom left-hand corner, the elk. Now, I noticed after I pulled all 4 and took a look that they were all different elements. So if you're listening to this, you've chosen the earth element, the elk card, and I am going to read the short description from the wild unknown so we can get an idea of what kind of energy is surrounding your mind at this time or influencing your mind. Okay, elk, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. I love that. Yes, okay, group 3. So you are grounded and stable. That's amazing. Interesting to start your reading off with that kind of energy when we're talking about your mind. As you heard in the card, I'm guessing that the stop position may have something to do with your ego being a bit inflated sometimes because you are the caretaker energy. It doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. It's like you're the boss. They just said, it's like they're the boss. Ooh. There's stop card, start card. Oh, yeah, thank you. And what you need to continue doing. Let's see what's up with your cards. Elk energy, pile 3. Okay, into the unknown. I'll show you up right here. Card number 7, this is the Chariot card. And you're getting it reversed. So, makes sense. Yeah. Well, the Into the Unknown card is a card of trusting the unknown plan and the unknown path and allowing spirit to lead you. Sometimes that Chariot energy is like you making moves, moving forward on your path, knowing what is next and what is expected and being the boss, like they said, being the boss. However, there is always the influence of the divine to account for or to pay attention to or to make space for. So the Into the Unknown card is that card. It basically says, you don't know the future, you don't know what's coming up. Pretending like you do may be nice for your mind, but it's just not the truth. So for you, group 3, with this beautiful grounded boss elk energy that helps keep everybody around you stable and feeling safe and protected, it's gonna be important for you to release the need to know. Your mind, I'm guessing, likes to know what's going on, likes to plan, likes to have things in order, likes to know what everybody's doing to make sure that you keep that stability energy in place and you stay and you feel grounded. However, what they're asking for you to look at with your mind and stop doing is assuming that you know the future, because you don't, and spirit is leading you here. Not trusting the unknown is, well, for someone with such grounded energy or an influence in their mind's gonna wanna know. And they're telling you that you can't know everything. So that's a hard pill to swallow for, a mind that needs to know, because it can cause massive anxiety, and they're showing me the word control. So control issues. And so what they're asking you to let go of or stop doing in your mind is assuming that you know the future. No, thank you. Not only that, they said, Jody, not only that. Not only just assuming that you know the future or that the future is planned out and that you can control everything, because that's not real. Oh, thank you. They just said, actually, this group will revels. Thank you. Revels is the word they want me to use. Revels in the truth. So this understanding may actually really, really help you and your mindset, group number 3. Because you have this beautiful grounded energy, which is wonderful. However, if it gets too controlling, then it will cause stress, right? Because sometimes it's really apparent that we have no clue what's coming up. You know, things happen, divine intervention happens, things pop up, you know, certain experiences. You just have no way of knowing, and you're not supposed to know. What Spirit says is you're not going to know until you're supposed to know, and not a moment before. So understanding that truth may actually help your mind relax a bit and open up the channel for your intuition. Because you are so grounded, if you allow yourself to get connected, meaning spiritually connected, come up through all that rooted energy, come up through all that rooted energy, up through your energy centers and your being, and up out the top of your head, you will be very connected to spirit, and you'll get wonderful insights that are helping you on the physical plane, because you have such beautiful, stabilizing, boss type energy. But part of it is trusting the unknown. And they're telling you to let go of the idea like you can just know, because you can't. And like they said, you're going to revel in the truth of this. Like, oh my gosh, you know what? I can actually use that to release control, but to understand. Let's see what's under this card. Wow, another group got this card. Different position though. Ace of Cups. So this, like I said, it feels like this is going to actually make you feel better. Releasing this, or stop trying to figure everything out on the path ahead. There's multiple people involved in this. That's what it feels like. Like, you're not just thinking for you. You may be managing a family or a group of people at work, or thinking ahead for multiple people. And it's a wonderful energy. It is a boss energy. It's a grounding energy. It feels great. However, there are some things you're not going to know. And this feels like stopping that kind of lie. I was going to say illusion, but they just said lie. Stopping that kind of lie in your head is going to actually make you feel like, oh my God, I can begin a new path that feels so much better. Like, my mind can actually rest in the knowing that I won't be able to figure it all out. So I can kind of like release trying, stop trying so hard to figure it all out. It's going to provide this new path of emotional fulfillment for you when you can step into that truth and start trusting. I'm interested to see what's under here, because that will help us understand where they're directing you or what they're directing you to do. Because if you've been always trying to know, and like I said, you're figuring things out for other people as well as yourself, you're thinking ahead, managing everything on the physical plane, it can be really annoying to not know, or people don't get back to you, or how is this going to work out, and trying to figure out how it's going to work out. And the how is generally not up to you. The how is usually up to spirit. So having that kind of piece of information for your mind to work with, stop trying to figure out how, stop trying to figure it all out, stop trying to figure out exactly when, all these things. And right, they're like, we're not saying to just completely go off the rails and be like, la-da-da, because that's not your energy. It's not your inclination. It's not your natural frequency alignment. However, understanding this and letting go of some of that need to know control energy is going to feel so good. It's going to feel so good for you. It's a new beginning with the Ace of Water here, the Ace of Cups. It's a new beginning so that you can have a little bit of emotional release and go, okay, this is a bit better. I don't have to know everything. Okay, let's see what they want you to start doing with your mind. Oh, again, another group got this. But again, different groups. If you were drawn to another group, group 3, you may want to just check that out to see if there's more info there for you. The Compass card, upright. Number 50 is the Hierophant. This is a call within yourself for that higher wisdom. Also, as I was explaining I can't remember if it was group 1 or 2, but this card, when I get this card, especially upright, this is spirit. This is your spirit team saying, we need you communicating with us on a regular basis. You've got to start a practice of connection. And that's what I was talking about. Like, you feel to me, group 3, because of the grounding energy, high level grounding energy, that if you do begin a practice daily, that helps you to start trusting more. And that's what a connection practice does. Just chatting with your team once a day, even if it's quick, acknowledging your spirit team and that you're not working alone here. You're not the only one who has to figure everything out. You will find a very intense and strong connection. You may immediately start to hear things, see things, feel things. Okay? It's the best way to receive clear guidance from spirit is when you're both grounded, aligned, and connected. And you have that channel coming up through your crown. It's harder to do that if you're not super grounded and you've already got that going for you, group 3. So what Spirit's telling you to start doing here is start connecting. Start feeding your mind with a connection practice where you are acknowledging whatever that looks like for you. Like I said, it could be as simple as just talking to your team and saying, hi guys, I know you're there. I appreciate you helping me out along the way. And I'm open to whatever kind of insights you have for me. Or maybe releasing, they're showing me the word surrender. So surrendering some of those how to do this, or how's this gonna work out, or the trying moments. And you want this here? Okay, will do. Guess they're having me pull both. Those trying moments where you're stuck in trying and it's really bothering your mind to not know. This connection, daily connection practice is going to release some of that for you. And I suspect help you feel more calm or peaceful not knowing, because you know you're not alone in this. So start a connection practice, even if it's just acknowledging your team briefly once a day, or do something deeper. Go for walks. Some people like to exercise. You by no means need to sit in the lotus position. They said this to the other group. Exactly. You by no means need to sit in the lotus position and meditate for a certain exact period of time, blah, blah, blah. If you cannot sit there, that's okay. Not everybody meditates the same way. Not everybody connects the same way. Find your way to connect. Start connecting. It's really going to serve you. Let's see what's under here. Ooh, look at that. The High Priestess. A High Priestess energy. They just said, start addressing what your mind is saying to you as she's saying that you should have a connection practice. It's like they have your number. If that hits you right between the eyes, group 3. So this card is about, when this card's reversed, it's sort of like doubt energy, fear, like skepticism. They're showing me the word skeptical. Yeah. So being skeptical. Yeah. Connection practice. How do I do that? I can't do that. I'm not intuitive. Because you're so grounded, I get it. However, you are intuitive. We all are. And the grounded people, when they connect, it's a very high level, usually powerful connection, because as I said, you are a human being. So you're physical. If you're not grounded, when you're trying to connect to spirit and the divine wisdom and your inner knowing, it's not as clear. It can be floaty. It can be wishy-washy. It can be blah, blah. Like it can be just kind of airy, too airy. So, but when you're grounded and you're starting from that place, if you start a connection practice, the High Priestess is the card of intuition in the major arcana, right? And they're giving it to you backwards here, or reversed, because they want you, they're calling you out on the skepticism or the self-doubt that may come up about feeling like you're either intuitive, or that you can have a practice, or that you are going to receive. Of course, practice is practice. You don't get good at something by doing it once or doing it for a week. You want to keep doing it, right? Start doing it and keep doing it, and it will naturally release the doubts you have around this kind of energy, which is high-level intuition, divine and sacred knowledge, tapping into source energy and divine knowing, okay? So I'm telling you, group 3, I can feel it, that if you do this, you will be receiving for sure. And they're just calling you out here with the High Priestess card telling you, I know you might be skeptical, I get it. Address the thoughts in your mind that are gonna stop you from starting this, right? Like, you might be like, no way, spirit, blah, blah, blah. But if you're watching this reading, I'm guessing that you are either intrigued about it or you have some curiosity about it or you've already started doing it perhaps. I'm not sure, but the connection practice is definitely going to help you connect to your spiritual self, your spiritual wisdom, your intuition. And that's going to help your mind loads. Loads, guys? Yeah, loads. Okay. Let's see what you're meant to continue doing. Ooh, okay. Rock bottom here. Woo. That's a 1, 10, 1. The 10 is the Wheel of Fortune card. And the 1, of course, is an ace, which is like a new beginning. You're getting it reversed. Okay, good, good, fine. The rock bottom card, of course, it sounds worse. Whenever I tell a client I pulled this card for them, they're like, oh, what? I actually love this card. It sounds worse than it is, right? And you're getting it reversed here. So this tells me the rock bottom card says you've come to the end of the line here. The way that you're thinking about things, right, it just hasn't been working. I think it's causing you heaviness and unneeded stress on top of the grounded, very grounded, high level boss energy. Trying to control things is causing you some stress possibly. And so it's important for you. You've probably recognized, God, I can't keep doing this. And maybe you don't know exactly what or why. Well, Spirit is confirming that for you, that you have come to the end of the line. That's what the rock bottom says. You cannot go any further in this way. When it's reversed like this is them being like, hey, we need you to understand and shift this now. Because it feels like you just have the ability to do it. Do not delay shifting this. Do not delay. It's not going to change. It's not just going to change on its own, is how they said. It's not just going to change on its own. You've got to actually start releasing some control here, and it's going to feel good. They keep saying that. Like, it's really going to give you this good feeling that maybe you didn't even realize that you had access to in the first place. So you are beginning a new path. You are beginning a new path, okay? And it's going to be beautiful. The rock bottom card also says there's nowhere to go but up. And for you, that's that's literal, right? Group 3, you are so grounded. There's nowhere to go but connecting up. Keep your grounded energy. I don't think you could help it if you tried, but keep your grounding energy. You want to keep that. You are physical, but it's time to make some changes. You can't keep going in this way. So if you've started making changes or you've noticed or acknowledged for yourself that I just can't keep doing this. Oh my God, I'm stressed. I'm trying to control things. Things aren't going the way I'm planning them to go, and it's really stressful or really annoying. Spirit's telling you, yes, that's right. There's a new path available, and we need you to do things a bit differently here. And from there, you begin the new path. There's nowhere to go but up. Let's see what the coupling card is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you may be struggling here with this, but it's time. It's time, group 3. The Devil card here. The Devil card is not a bad card, okay? The Devil card is a card that has to do with cycles. You know, it digs into your shadow, right? That's interesting because this can be shadow energy too when it's reversed. The devil creates the space for you to continue the crap that is not working for you. It keeps you prisoner by creating and having the space available, but there's no forcing you into the trap or they're saying the word trap instead of like prison. So you might feel like you're trapped maybe because they're using that word specifically, group 3. But anyway, the Devil is about understanding that this changing the way that you're doing things, it might be hard because you're just so grounded. And, you know, it can be hard to change, especially when you are so rooted in things, but it's to your benefit. Your mental state can lighten up. There's a new path available. And the Devil energy is telling you that if you've been trying to change some of those cycles, release some of that control, start to feel like, you know what, it's all right if I don't know. I'm just going to let that flow. If you've been trying to do that, you're on the right path. Keep going because you can relieve yourself from this like self-imprisonment energy because again, the Devil just leaves the space open. Like he doesn't lock you in. He doesn't even, he kind of draws you in, right? Like you can see they're being drawn to each other. Here. But he won't keep you there. You have free will. You don't have to continue the cycles. In fact, what they're telling you is it has to change now. So if you've already noticed that, because it's in the continue position, then well done, group number 3. Keep doing that. You have a high level connection available to you. I can just feel it. And so keep breaking those cycles, noticing them. If you find, thank you, if you find, they're saying be kind to yourself in the process. So if you find yourself back in the prison for a day, or you're back in the trap, like, you know, you felt, oh my mind, oh my God, it got me again. Try to stay light and be kind with yourself. So the minute that you notice that you kind of went down that thought train again, or you're trying to control something that you always have tried to control, but you're really trying to release that now and stop doing that. Give yourself a pat on the back first for acknowledging and noticing that, because that's huge. You can't change unless you notice it, right? You can't get yourself out of the cycle or the prison unless you notice that you're even doing it again, right? Rock bottom energy. This is like very similar type of energy here with these 2 cards, where cycles, ending negative cycles, and because it's reversed, like I said, the path is available. It's time. It's time. You can continue walking a new path if you would like. That's going to be more fulfilling and much more connected for sure. It feels like a weight can be lifted off your shoulders, and these cycles will continue to stop. You'll keep breaking them and starting new amazing cycles. You'll be shifting those cycles and getting more connected and feeling more relaxed, they just said, more relaxed. Okay, group 3. Let's see what the charm gives us for you here. I'll close my eyes and pick this. Ooh, an arrow. Ah, yeah, they said you're headed in the right direction. You're headed in the right direction. So yeah, whatever it is that you've been starting to do, it feels like it might be arduous or hard for you because you may be stuck in your mind and in your ways of thinking, but clearly you're headed in the right direction. Also an indicator, they said. Also an indicator, which means if you see arrows, I'm looking for other arrows. Well, oh, I see. Yeah, they want me to kind of show you what they're showing me, which is like this, right? Or I guess we can point it north. Is a compass. It belongs in the compass. But if you see any kind of arrow, group number 3, see, it's pointing you in the right direction. It's your spirit team giving you that signal. Good job. Keep going. You got this, right? It feels like you have cheerleading guides for sure. Showing up on your team for you, group 3. Trying to help you, trust and encouraging you and motivating you to let go of some of that control. Okay, to close out your reading, I'm going to use this Inner Fucking Peace deck that I just got. They asked me to use it for this. I wasn't planning on it, but, you know, we'll listen to spirit. So I'm going to close my eyes for this final message because there is writing on both sides, and I don't want to be able to see that. So we're going to shuffle blind here for you. Group 3, final message. Ooh, thank you. Look at that rainbow. Yes. Busy transcending bullshit. Okay. Okay. Pick one thing beyond your control and let it go. Just like that. Love this for you. That's your spirit team's message. Pick one thing beyond your control and let it go. Just like that. Oh, your mind feels relieved. Your mind feels big weight off your shoulders. So this is your guidance, final guidance, because you're busy transcending the bullshit. You don't need to be in control all the time. There's no point in it. It's okay for you to release some of that. Okay, that's it. They're like, there's nothing to add. Please follow the guidance. And again, the arrow is the indicator. It's also telling me you are headed in the right direction. If you've been trying to release some of that control, shift these cycles, you are doing a great job. Keep going, keep surrendering, right? Keep letting it go, just like that. It can be that, what they're saying is it could be that simple. It's a decision, right? And the more you make that decision, the more you start trusting, the more you start feeling connected, the more relieved you're feeling on this new, beautiful, fulfilling path, emotional fulfilling path. Wonderful. Okay, if you found this reading helpful, group 3, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leaving me a comment down below. And if you know someone else that would find it helpful, feel free to share it with them so that they can receive the messages that they need for their mind. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the little notification bell so that the next time I post a pick a card reading, you'll be notified. Love your energy, group 3. Love, love, love. I'm very excited for you to begin, if you allow, to tap into some of that really, what I'm feeling is high-powered connection energy because you are so grounded. Letting go of the need to know and trying all the time to figure out how, and really allowing yourself to start to feel emotionally fulfilled as a result, or to feel that relief happen. Starting a practice so your mind can kind of get a break. It's like your mind really needs a break. Just like that, I connect and my mind receives a break, and continuing to follow the arrows because you are headed in the right direction, on the right path. These cycles need to be shifted, these negative cycles that aren't serving you anymore. And, the traps that are being set, you don't have to fall into them anymore. It's time to release a bit of control. Pick one thing, they said, right? Pick one thing and let it go, just like that. I hope that this served you, group number 3. Thank you so much. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your quick pick reading. Today, we are looking into your mind, your thoughts, your thought train, your thinking, your mindset, etc. And if you're listening to this, then you chose the 4th card, bottom right, with the hyena. Now, I didn't know this, but inadvertently, I chose all 4 cards, and then, of course, I looked at them, and they were all from different elements. So you've chosen the fire element, the element of fire with the hyena here. And I am going to read the short description from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck so we can get an idea of what kind of energy your mind is working with and influenced by at this time. Okay, the hyena, group 4. Humor, wit, sarcasm. I love it already. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. You are using jokes. Excuse me, I said that as a sentence and it's not as a sentence. It's not as a statement. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Ooh, okay. So now we have an idea, right, about what might be going on in your mind here, what the hyena is helping you to understand and the energy of it. Although I still love it because it's fiery energy, the jokester, playful. We need people like you, group 4, in the world. However, that doesn't mean that it needs to take away from your goals or your dreams or your inner light or your thank you confidence is what they're just saying. So let's choose your columns here. Again, quick picks are the 3 columns. That's how I'm doing them. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna take that as it came. And another group had this card, same position. So if you were drawn to another group, you may want to go ahead and listen to that. So this is what you're meant to stop with your mindset or in your mind or your thoughts here. Ooh, thank you. Start energy. And last but not, they just said, we'll put it on top, and there it is. Okay, fine. Let's check out. Well, we don't need to check it out, right? We've got the Stormfields card. So the Stormfields card, I'll show you up close. This is the card of chaos, confusion, right? You can see that storm just coming in and, yeah, making a mess. They just said, making a mess. And you're getting it in the reverse position. This card is a card that indicates there's drama that's going on in your mind, or I just want to listen because it feels like a different vibration. Even though the card is being pulled in the same position as the other group, it's a different element and a different underlying energy that you have, group 4. And so it just feels like they just said avoid chaos. Because I feel like you're stepping into the storm and you find it fun. Almost. You're like, yeah, let's go. If there's like a ruckus, they're saying, a ruckus, you like to make a ruckus. You like to be seen. by stirring things up. It's almost like sometimes you can be the storm, group 4. Interesting. I feel like they want you to stop understanding yourself in this way in your mind. So maybe, thank you, you've created a label. That's what they're saying. It feels like you've acknowledged yourself and identified yourself as this. And there's nothing wrong with the hyena energy. Like I said, it's a great energy. We need people like you. But to balance that out, they're asking you to take a look at how you're identifying yourself as destructive or chaotic, okay, or dramatic or overbearing. Yeah, they just said up in people's faces. I don't know, for however that lands for you. And they want you to stop doing that, to stop defining yourself like that, to pick, they said, pick another description. Pick something that's better, please. Because it's creating chaos in your own mind to show up in that space. Even if you're not showing up all the time in that space, if you're believing that about yourself, it's creating unneeded chaos and drama in your mind that can be blocking your goals, your dreams, your own aspirations, your own path. Let's see. Wow. High Priestess. Upright. Woo. Wow, okay. Oof, okay. This is the card of intuition in the Major Arcana. What they're saying is you're going to need to dig deep. They said it just like that. I'm trying to say it like I heard it. You're going to need to dig deep like that. And what they mean is this might be, you might have shoved some of this stuff down. And meaning what it is you actually feel that you truly deserve and are, because the narrative or how you've identified yourself or how maybe somebody else labeled you or identified you has been going on for a while. So maybe you're like the funny one. He's the funny one. She's the one who parties hard. And, like, it just feels like, you're the fun one. You're the fun one. Yeah, whenever you're around, it's so fun. You never know what's going to happen. It's not that they want you to lose that necessarily. They just want you to check in on it. And for some of you, it's like a literal stop identifying yourself that way because you've probably changed. And that identification piece that is attached to you and is in your mind, what you're believing about yourself, has lingered. They said. It's like it's carried with you when you've actually changed along the way somewhere. You're very intuitive. You have a beautiful energy. You're connected divinely. So it's not like you won't be able to get this information. However, sometimes this card is, it's the underlying energy. It's the sacred feminine. It's the inner knowing that doesn't speak out loud, right? It's not physical. It's not showing up in that way. And they want you to trust your intuition here and stop denying what you know to be true in those shadow places, in those dark spaces. After all the laughter has been had. That's what they said it. After all the laughter has been had and like the day is done, you showed up and then are you exhausted? Is that really what you felt? Do you feel like you return to yourself? Like, for instance, if you're around people or you're doing something, you feel like you have to kind of turn it on and be a certain way. And then afterwards, you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And you kind of come back to yourself. They want you to look at it, please. They said, please. We need you to look at this, please, because again, it's not that you're losing this beautiful, sparky, fiery, inspiring, funny, playful energy. It's just that it is transforming and some parts of it are not serving you anymore and they're blocking your confidence because you also get this fiery confidence and inspiration and creativity to come along with that. And some of these labels are blocking your confidence, how you're identifying yourself. So dig in. They're saying stop letting your mind tell you that what was is what is. Wow. Okay, Spirit. I feel like you have like philosophical energy guides, like spirit guides happening right now for you, group 4. All right, let's see what they say about what they want you to start doing. Ooh, okay, we've got a reversed card here. You guys, this is a fiery card for sure. The Dragon's Lair energy. And guess what? 19-1. Excuse me, 19-1. Oh, okay. Thank you. Wow, that's my mistake and my bad math. Bad, easy math. 19-1 is the Magician card. Also, a new beginning is indicated here. It's the Dragon's Lair card reversed, which is nice. You can see this dragon. They've got a couple here that are being kind of waiting in their lairs. Got another one flying in. The Dragon's Lair card is a card about intuitive warnings, your insides telling you, your intuition flagging you and telling you, hey, don't go down that path any further, okay? It's not a good plan. You're going to get burned. What the card says is if you keep continuing down that path and you ignore the red flags of your intuition, you're probably going to get burned. Pay attention to your intuition and the warnings that you're receiving. Because you are receiving it reversed, the guides that are here and talking right now, group 4, are very interesting. They're blunt. They're blunt guides because I feel like you can take it or something, group 4. So I hope you receive that in the way that it's being provided, in the spirit it's being provided. Okay, so Dragon's Lair reverse. They're saying stop ignoring the warning signs. Stop ignoring your intuition. I know we're in a start position here, but basically what that means is start paying attention. You know what happens, they just said. You know what happens. You have a beautiful intuitive quality to you, right? But sometimes it's like the fire takes over and then you get burned by it. You're exhausted, you're tired, you do things or say things that you wish you wouldn't have, this kind of thing. And so what they're saying here is start paying very close attention to your intuition because we're warning you. They're co-creating with you, right? They're telling you, it's enough, stop here. Or you don't need to turn on that, personality, thank you, for this occasion, right? It's okay to just be you here. You don't have to be that version of you, right? Or take a look at that. So they want you to start really paying attention to when you feel like your intuition is calling you or it's flagging you. And, thank you, do the check-ins they just said. This can be a tall order. Thank you. This can be a tall order, they said, which means it can be hard to know, is this my intuition telling me this? Or is this my mind? Am I nervous? Am I scared? Or is this an intuitive warning? I'm not sure. And they're giving me that to kind of provide you with information about how to start doing that. And that is, if you feel uncomfortable or like scarcity energy that feels really unsafe or unstable, that's generally not your intuition telling you something. That's fear. That's your mind coming up and telling you, are we supposed to be listening to our intuition? What, that kind of energy? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Is that my intuition? I'm not sure. It's ungrounded. It doesn't feel stable. It doesn't feel like the truth. It doesn't feel like it resides in your core. That's not your intuition. Your intuition is a knowing. It's in the quiet spaces, right? This High Priestess card, those darker spaces, the inner shadow, it's those places and spaces where you'll feel it reside and it will just feel like the truth. The truth feels grounding and it feels like an inner knowing. It's a peaceful energy. Even if you don't want to hear it, even if you don't want to know it, the truth sets you free is what they just said, but the truth feels calming. Like even if it's not what your mind would like to hear or what you want it to be, it's still going to feel like a peaceful type of energy as opposed to a scattered energy. So that's the first thing. The second thing they want me to tell you, excuse me, is that when you are trusting your intuition and listening to your intuition, sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. They want me to say that exactly like that. Because I think that there's maybe some stuff that's been just going on that it's like I feel like after the fact, that like that didn't serve you or it just wasn't what you want to be doing anymore kind of, or it's just not who you are anymore. And it's safe to listen to those warnings as they arrive. They'll be, they're saying like, listen, we're just going to simplify it for you. Check in with your beautiful divine self. Check in with that inner flame, within you, that stable flame, because you have this outward playful fire. It's wonderful. It's creative. It's expressive. It's inspirational. But you also have a beautiful inner flame. So they're just saying, start checking in with the inner flame. Let's see. Ah, the Death card. Yeah. The Death card's not a bad card. It's a transformation card. So I suspect that this has already been happening, right? Things need to change. Things need to end in order for something to begin. This is a card of transformation and change and transition. So they're telling you, I feel like what they're saying is this has already begun. It's already been started. Your mind's already starting to recognize it. Your mind may be saying to you, yeah, like your mind, you might feel like this argument going on within yourself. Like, I really want to do this because it's what I've always done. Should I do this? Or you might like be like, ugh, I really don't feel like doing this, but I should do it because this, arguing back and forth within yourself. What they're telling you here is the transformation has already begun. There are parts of yourself that just are in the past already. You've already changed them. It's already been done. So it's not like you are transitioning through the transformation still, perhaps, okay, group 4, but part of those pieces that you used to identify yourself as have already kind of gone away. It may take others some time to catch up to, the way they're saying it is the new you, but you're really just you. And that's all right if people don't quite understand or if they're like expecting things from you. That's why you've got to check in. Check in along the way all the time. If you're getting an intuitive nudge or if you've got something going on in your emotional body or in your mind that doesn't feel good, or it's kind of, again, that argumentative kind of energy where you're arguing with yourself, just remember, things are changing. They're transforming. It's okay for you to trust that warning and say like, nah, I'm good today. Or I'm just going to be kind of a calm person today. Or they're talking about making decisions based on what it is that you really want to do and what you're inspired to do. So if you've been like on a path because you kind of like, again, we're identifying yourself in some sort of way and your heart is calling you a different way, or you're getting these signals that is like, turn back now, it's safe to stop this, or we want you to take a different path here, or you're being called this way, or to start this on the side, or to do this on the side, or to involve yourself with this, or stop seeing this person so much in order to be able to see these people. A different group is calling, that kind of energy. That's part of this energy too, that it's okay to start that and move through that transformation energy. Because it's safe to be able to trust yourself and your heart and your own path and be able to do that without having old past narratives connected to you or labels connected to you. Group number 4. Okay, what are you meant to continue? Double 2s. 22-4. Balanced energy, okay. The Death card, by the way, is a 13-4. So it feels grounded. They're trying to make you feel more stable in who you are and confident to move forward on your path with being who you are. Not having, like, being that funny, fun-loving person, and also having the confidence to, like, be inspired and take a creative, inspiring path and drop any kind of stuff that really doesn't vibe with you or you're not being called to. This is a very, very, very powerful card, okay? The intention card, and you're getting it upright. The intention card, card 22, that's double 2s, and you have the High Priestess 2. So I would expect that 2s are important for you. Sometimes 2s can mean you're going to meet somebody, right? Like pairing energy. Sometimes 2s are right after 1. So they're telling you, keep going. You're on the right path. Keep going. So if you start seeing 2s, just note that that is an indication from your spirit team telling you you're on the right path, or you might be meeting somebody. It's just a message, a note, a sign. But the intention card is so powerful because it says, whatever you're intending, that's what you're going to have. That's it. So if you've been, like, the arrow hits its mark every time with this card. Very powerful card. Intention is the underlying energy. And when you get this kind of card, they're telling you continue with the best possible intentions in your mind. So whatever you've been thinking about and intending, asking for, wanting, in sort of believing, like in the confines of your mind, right? That's going to hit its mark. It's going to come to pass because the intention is the rooted energy. It's the belief-centered energy. It's the most important energy that draws things to you, manifests to you, attracts to you. So you really need to pay attention here in your mind because whatever you're intending will come to pass, is how they're saying it, will come to pass. So I would just get real clear with everything that you do, if you can. I mean, we're always intending something. So to say continue intending is like, well, we're already doing that. But I would say continue setting really positive intentions and have your mind get on board with that in your mental state. So make sure you're saying them. You may want to write them down, your intentions, so you keep them everywhere so your mind stays on board with that, because they're going to hit their mark. They're going to come to pass is how your team is saying it. Woo. Ooh, the Page of Swords. Yes. I love it. Yeah. Okay. The Page of Swords upright. And this card is a beautiful, curious type of card. As you can see, he or she is closing their eyes to receive from spirit the insights. This also tells you that you're going to have wonderful thoughts going on, because this is, swords are about thoughts, thinking, communication. So whatever you're thinking about, again, is sparking this really exciting energy that's going to help you embark upon whatever path you're choosing to move through or move on, group 4. The intention is going to matter, and then you may be starting to receive these beautiful insights that you can move forward with, trusting the path ahead, and really feeling like, oh, my mind is on fire. This is amazing. My mind, because you've got this hyena energy. It's like you're receiving the insights and being able to move with them. So that's beautiful energy. So keep setting those intentions and staying super connected, because they're going to matter. They will hit their mark, and you will probably receive some guidance on it. Stay curious, stay in wonder about what you're going to receive on the back of those intentions, because you don't want to hold, you don't want to hold too tightly to an intention, because then you squeeze the life out of it. You want to intend, set it free, intend, and then step into a knowing that it's going to come to pass, like they're saying, and then be open to receiving the new insights that you're going to, and get excited. Wonder, I wonder what I'm going to receive on this intention, or I wonder what I'm going to receive on my new path, or I wonder what I'm going to embark upon or meet, who I'm going to meet. This kind of energy, curiosity type energy. Okay, let's pull a charm for you, group 4. Close my eyes here and see what we've got. Ooh, the Starfish. Now, as you know, the Starfish was one of the cards that we pulled. So this may be an indication from them to go take a look at the Starfish pile. However, the Starfish, yeah, they're singing that Shine Bright Like a Diamond song in my head. So they're asking you to shine. Shine, shine, shine. Shine your light. Yeah, they're showing me the word unique. You're a unique, beautiful being. Shine your light, right? Shine your light. You don't want to dim that because of some old crap, right? Okay, you don't want to dim that because of some old narrative that you once adhered to when you've changed. Shine, 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 they said. All right, to close out your reading, final bit of guidance from Spirit. This is the Inner Fucking Peace deck. Which I didn't believe I was going to use, but Spirit said it's necessary to use, so we're using it. There's writing on both sides, so I'm just going to shuffle blindly for you here, group 4. See when they tell me to stop or what goes on here for you. See what kind of message they have to close out your reading, group 4. Woo. All right, we're going to take the one that's upright and showing, if we can grab it. Om Shakalaka. Okay, and it says, Let your freak flag fly. Yes. This means be who you are, right? Fire, fire. Om shakalaka. I mean, you clearly are the playful fun group. Love your energy. Don't let, again, the old stuff from the past stop you. Let your freak flag fly. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're like intrusive and all up in people's face. It just means you are who you are, right? And that's beautiful. And that you can be confident in that. Om shakalaka. Yo, they want me to put it on that side. That's interesting. Okay. Om shakalaka. Let your light shine. Yes. Shine, shine, shine. I love that. Okay. Well, beautiful energy. This is going to make me laugh for the rest of the day, I think. Okay, I love your energy, group number 4. If you found this reading helpful, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leave me a comment below. And if you know somebody else that might find it helpful or may want to receive messages for their mind, you can share it with them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to click the notification bell. So the next time I post a pick a card reading, you'll be notified. Again, I just love your energy, fiery energy, fun, playful, shine, shine, shine. Om shakalaka. Please let those narratives from the past go. I feel like you've already transitioned out of them. They're telling you it's safe to do that. Don't forget to check in, because you can use your intuition to start moving you forward on a path. And of course, your spirit team is going to be helping you with that. So check in with them, check in with yourself, because whatever kind of intentions you've been setting, they are going to hit their mark, and you can expect to receive some amazing new guidance to lead you forward, yes, through this transition and through this transformation to something wonderful where you really can feel so confident to shine your light. Okay, Om shakalaka, group number 4. I hope that this served you. Thank you so much.